Wuhu Island is a place that's instantly recognisable to many people. Due to its appearance in Wii Sports Resort in 2009, it's been on millions of TV screens across the globe. But since 2011's Pilot Wings Resort, the island has remained mostly dormant, barring a few entries in Mario Kart and Smash Bros. But I think there should be something more. Wuhu Island is a place teeming with potential for future games, with the iconic surroundings mixed with a unique island, leading to a whole list of possible ideas for a new Wuhu Island game that's not just relegated to being a backdrop. To understand this, however, a brief summary of the history of the island is needed. Wuhu Island was first shown off in a demo of Wii Sports at E3 2006 and showed a cut airplane mode, which showed off the island by flying around. While there's evidently less detail, it's still visibly the same island, which is surprising for such an early build. The island made its first official appearance under the name Wii Fit Island in the 2007 game Wii Fit. And while it had a few differences, it was still largely recognisable as the Wuhu Island we know today. It was largely used as a hub world, but you got to have a little tour as well with the freerun mode. The Wuhu Island name was introduced in 2009's Wii Sport Resort, along with a few additions, with Kokoba Hotel, the Mysterious Ruins, the Summerstone Castle, Evergreen Grove, the Queen Peach, and the Starboard Harbour all being added. A few existing places also had their names changed. Rocky Peak became Makawuhu, Summit Lake became Duckling Lake, Summit Falls became Summerstone Falls, Mountain Tunnel became Island Loop Tunnel 1, Harbour Bridge became Red Iron Bridge, Seagull Point became the Pirate's Eye, Windmill Hill became Wind Orchard, and Wii Fit Town became Wuhu Town. The island also appeared as the main island in both 2009's Wii Fit Plus and 2011's Pilot Wings Resort on the 3DS. But then, silence. While yes, the island was still featured in games such as Mario Kart and Super Smash Bros., the island has laid dormant as a major setting for over a decade now, which I think is a crime. I really think they need to revive this island world, but the question would stand as to how they would do it. The most common idea of it returning in a new sports game has sailed on by, so what options would there be? First and foremost, I think Nintendo almost has an open book here. It's a setting that holds a special place in some people's hearts, and has a lot of unexplored lore that could be exploited. We see from Island Flyover in Wii Sports Resort that there are mysterious ruins on the north side of the island, and some less advanced stone monoliths on the south. Some speculate that due to the sharp contrast from north to south, that there was a battle over the island in the time before the Mii colonization, in which the north and south fought. This could lead to an interesting game, where you could pick a side and fight in the War for Wuhu Island, where you try to defeat the enemy and seize control over the legendary island. The gameplay style will be somewhat similar to something like Hyrule Warriors, where you fight hordes of enemies in your fight for control. Nintendo could also explore the idea of this with a more RPG style game. They do have the Golden Sun series lying dormant right now, and a game to tie in Golden Sun with Wuhu Island could entice a fair few people to buy it. A title such as Golden Sun Battle for Wuhu Island could be a very attractive prospect on all fronts, as RPG fans would jump at it, and fans of Wuhu Island would get what they want. A war-related game isn't the only option though. I'm not saying this will happen, but a Super Mario Sunshine 2 on Wuhu Island would be incredible. The somewhat undervalued 3D Mario game is set on Isle Delfino in the original GameCube release, and a jump to Wuhu Island wouldn't be too hard to conjure. The nostalgia for the GameCube is high right now, which is evident by the prices of GameCube games usually ranging from roughly what they cost new 20 years ago to whatever half of your internal organs sell for on the black market. I didn't need this anyway. 1 copy of 1000 Year Door Play. Ah, fuck, it's gone up again. This would mean that there would be no time like the present for a Sunshine sequel, and would give Nintendo a chance to improve upon the original and fix some minor issues with the original game. Flood could also be used to great effect here, with the potential of reaching Makawuhu, filling up with lava, and being able to wreak havoc on enemies after this. Imagine having Flood spewing lava everywhere in the latter stages of the game to defeat Bowser and save Princess Peach. Now that would be a game people would buy. There is also a game that's already based on islands. Animal Crossing is a game series that everyone and their dog seemed to play during lockdown, as the impending sense of doom led people to creating their own worlds and meeting up with people without being sent to the gulag. The idea of Wuhu Island being used in Animal Crossing sounds ridiculous since it's already full of hundreds of mazes, but there would be a solution or two. The game could be set before the maze colonised the island. This would negate the issue of maze being there, and would also explain the lack of buildings. We could even go a step further and say it's before these civilizations mentioned in the war got there. Well, that or they could just kinda take that stuff away and not have a 7-page essay on why it's not there. The island being inhabited by some animals and being some form of hub world before you go off to your own island just off it could also work. It would be a little different from the other Animal Crossing games, but hey, change can be cool. Okay, maybe not always. I'd say this leaves us with one more truly viable option here. Chibi Robo. Now, this sounds mental, but hear me out. Chibi Robo is a very small robot in the games. Wuhu Island is a small town. Imagine Chibi Robo in Wuhu Town! It would be much more open world than before, and would really show the detail of Wuhu Town more than we've ever seen before. The interesting human models would also be binned off and replaced with maze or something along those lines, which would help make it feel more current. In addition, the other Chibi Robo games in the series that were on the DS, Park Patrol and Okari Chibi Robo Happy Richi Asoji, are largely unknown here, but the former has a rather large difference. Park Patrol is largely set outside, and you grow seeds into flowers by watering them and using a boombox to make them dance. This idea could help make the Wuhu Island possibility become reality, as the outdoor areas could also have some gameplay elements as opposed to purely being inside. This wouldn't utilise the whole island as other options may have done, but this would still be an idea to get a niche series back up and running, as well as getting a location loved by the masses back into games. Also, Scott Lawoz would be very happy if they made a Chibi Robo game that's nothing like Ziplash. Nintendo would get a lot of publicity from him alone if they chose to do this. So, overall, I think there are various options Nintendo could take here. I don't think anyone would be especially aggrieved if they bought the location back. And it would be a fun little bit of fan service while also bringing back something that's been nearly forgotten in a couple of these cases. I hope you enjoyed the video. I tried something a little different, so tell me what you think in the comments. Liking and subscribing would also help me a lot on my quest for 1,500 subscribers. And until next time, it's Nightshine out.